Hello everyone, Ron here from L.T.L Tutoring Central, and I'm here with another educational quotations video, and this is thoughts number 5. Just before we head into the quotation, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, it helps the channel a lot. Thank you to everyone who has already subscribed. Now, this time it's Stephen Downes, a Canadian philosopher and commentator in the field of online learning, among other things. And here's the quotation: "We need to move beyond the idea that education is something provided for us and toward the idea that an education is something that we create for ourselves." Now, this is something that I've been saying for many, many years, long before I saw this quotation. And it's in my book as well, Teach Myself, Teach Myself. There's a link in the description for my book if you want to check that out. You can read it for free online if you have Kindle Unlimited, I think it's called, and the book form is reasonably priced as well. Yes, we have to create our own learning. There needs to be a shift of the dynamic, so to speak, and so that you, the student, become a more active participant. If you've watched many of my videos or taken some of my courses, you're probably getting tired of hearing me say you have to become more engaged. After all, it's your education. I always stress that it's your education, so you want to take as much as you can for yourself. Stop thinking that it's the teachers or your parents or university, whatever. It's for you. So you want to become enthusiastic. You want that'll help you to become more motivated and less bored. Assignments will be not be seen as burdens anymore, but as opportunities. So the more enthusiastic and motivated you are, I want to learn, I want to get better at this particular course or subject. That boredom goes away. I always hear, I should say always, I sometimes hear students say, this is so boring, or the teacher is so boring. Well, then you have to make it exciting. You have to engage yourself. You have to find a way. And today it's so much easier than before with all of the resources available online to find information that makes it more exciting. Also, everyone should be both a student and a teacher. I've said this over and over ad nauseum as well, but I think it's true because when you teach someone else, you learn all over again, and not always in the same way. It's true that, I've done this for 28 years, so many of the times I teach multiplying fractions, or we read a particular text and answer questions. It's similar or very much the same. But guess what? Even after 28 years, sometimes I'll read the same text I've done dozens of times, but I'll see something new this time, or the student will see something I hadn't thought of before, and so I get a slightly different slant or look at it. So we can always be learning, and uh, as a teacher, you learn by teaching the student, and as a student, obviously you learn because you're studying or you're reading something on that topic. Almost lost my thought there. Take control. I do these videos just straight through, so this happens. Take control. Don't be a receptacle. Don't be a milk container. I call it. I think it's in my book, but I know I've talked about this before. You don't just go into the classroom and sit there waiting for someone to fill you up. That's not how education works. You have to get involved in it. You have to make it your own. And I did have a student many, many years ago, a high school student actually, just started tutoring with me, had not been with me too long, and he stopped in between sessions, which is unusual, and very seriously told me that he didn't mind coming to tutoring and he thought I was okay. However, he did not want me to turn him into a nerd. And I tried not to laugh because he was being serious about this, but in my head, I'm laughing. And I promised him I would not turn him into a nerd. That's not how education works. It's up to you how much you learn. It's up to you to take it on. I can't make you anything. I can help you. I can sometimes make you do an assignment maybe, but I can't force it into you. You have to be the one to take up the learning and take control of your own learning. Also, learning education, it goes beyond academic courses. It's when you learn to have better problem solving skills and critical thinking abilities. These serve you well in your personal life and your professional life, as well as if you're taking academic courses, right? And I want an educated public. I want people who know how to take care of their economy, their finances, and people who know maybe how to vote for someone who might take better care of the country's finances. So having some education in finance, some education in politics, education in reasoning, being able to be rational, look at facts and evidence-based decisions. This is very important for all aspects of life, well beyond the academic sphere. And intelligence is not fixed, is another reminder. You can develop your skills at any time. You can learn new ones at any time as well. As I already said, I sometimes see new things in old texts, but I also learn new material when we read new stories I haven't read with the students before. And we sit down and go over it together, or we do a new math skill. And so there's always the opportunity to learn something new. And it may be something completely different. You might learn how to play a musical instrument or some new recipes for cooking or whatever. Like I say, it doesn't have to be academic. Uh, Learning goes well beyond the classroom. So take control of your education is the main idea. Use the teachers and other students and all the available resources to create your own unique education, and education that is uniquely yours, right? It's not up to the teacher, it's not up to the tutor, it's not up to your parents to make you educated. It's really up to you, and it's a much more positive way, anyway, of going about education. It's much more enjoyable if you take control and get engaged. And sure, there's going to be some constraints. There's compulsory courses you have to take. There's some things you will have to do in order to get the certificate or the diploma or to move on to the next class. But within that, you can still expand that knowledge by watching videos, looking up further information online. There's podcasts, there's all kinds of information out there today where you can expand or deepen your knowledge and make it more interesting for yourself. So I think I've included everything that I wanted about Stephen Downes. The idea, like I say, shifting the dynamic so that it's not just you sitting in the room and the teacher filling you up. It's you engaged with everybody, and hopefully teachers will do this as well. I think it's important. I like to learn from my students as much as I like to teach them. It goes both ways, or all ways if there's many people involved. And it can be a much more rewarding experience. And I truly have not met a student, and I teach all ages. I teach from almost all ages, from 4 years old up to the oldest I know is 70, but so a lot of ages anyway. And I've not met any young students, because a lot of people say young people don't want to learn, they're not interested in education. And I just don't think that's true. They're not sometimes interested in doing their fractions at school, for example, or their algebra or reading Shakespeare or something of that nature. But everyone I talk to, I have all my in-person students here and online, are very interested in learning. It just might not be what they have to learn for school sometimes, but you can sometimes maneuver that into school and get them on track. So if you're interested in in-person tutoring, if you're local, or online if you're not so local. I tutor online as well. You can send me an email. I'll send you more information, or we can have an online information meeting. It's free, and just see if it's the right fit for you. I also have courses on Udemy that you can pretty much do on your own if you like. Some of them have assignments that you can send in. They're not compulsory, but you can send in to me and I'll put my comments on them. But it's mostly done at your own pace, so you can check that out on the website. But do ask for a coupon because those prices on Udemy, uh, they're too high. so, so always ask for a coupon, and I will send you a coupon for those. That's just sort of the way it works online. I'm afraid they're always on sale. So don't just click on the button. Send me a message, and I can send you a coupon for their lowest price, which is usually between $9.99 US, I think, and $13.99. I'll give you the lowest one that's there. Apart from that, just keep learning and keep having fun. Until next time, it's Ron from L.T.L Tutoring Central. Bye bye for now.